Hey everybody, this is Pat down here at Glory Guns with some of your more of your Second Amendment news. Hopefully, this can be a regular series that we put out. I know the laws are always changing, and and the ATF's always putting in new regulations and such like that. So we're going to try and keep everybody more abreast of what's going on with that type stuff. So recently, in the new bill that was passed through Congress, there's been a few changes to that. Some people might not be able to realize. So one of the big changes, there's Jack, he's back, is the what they call the boyfriend loophole. So now in the past, if you had a domestic violence misdemeanor charge or anything like that, you would lose your gun rights for those. But it didn't extend to people that you were dating. So now it actually extends to, they call it the boyfriend loophole. So um, it should be called the girlfriend loophole too, really. Let's not call it just the boyfriend loophole. But it extends to them now too. So, and it's really on the judge's determination, depending on how long they've been together or whatnot. So it's kind of open ended on that a little bit, but they're trying to give some protection in there. We'll see how that goes. Um, but that is one change to it now. So any buyer under 21, over 18, buying long guns. They initially came out and said there's going to be 10-day checks, 10-day holds on under 21 buyers. Well, then they came out and said it was going to be potentially up to a 10-day check on that. And now I just got a message from ATF guy because I was trying to clarify, and he is saying that they heard yesterday that all under 18 buyers will, or excuse me, all under 21 buyers, not 18, all under 21 buyers over 18 will be initially delayed. And you can be delayed up to 10 days so they can go back and check juvenile records at states because they're not all easily as accessible. Some of them are sealed, different state laws, what they do with juveniles, whatnot. So they're going to be doing that. That's in response to I guess, the shooting in South Carolina at the church. Um, Apparently, if it had been a deeper check, he had some issues when he was a minor that would have potentially prevented him from getting firearms. So that was in response to that. Um, Also, now we heard initially it was for delays and denials, but my ATF guy clarified for me yesterday that, and we get the message now when we run a background checks through NICS off the 4473 that now says that asks if there's a denial, it asks for the address of the person, and we have to input that. And that information is transferred from NICS to local law enforcement and is their discretion on whether or not they want to go pay this person a visit. So if you get a denial, don't be surprised if the AT or local law enforcement shows up at your doorstep questioning you about this. I'm on the fence about that law, really, because initially we heard it was for delays also, and I was like, whoa, 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 that's a little premature. Um, but my ATF guy said it's not for delays, although I do think we've been having to put in the information or the address for the delays, but I'm not sure. I think that's what they were telling me. Honestly, I don't run the computers much anymore. I'm always behind the scenes. But the delays, like I said, the denials, honestly, I can see the argument on that. Somebody's out trying to get a gun that shouldn't be getting a gun. They're immediately getting a visit from law enforcement. Um, I think all responsible gun owners, for the most part, would agree with that. I know us as a gun store, we do our best to keep the guns out of people that are not supposed to have guns. If you come in acting suspicious, acting crazy, we suspect a straw purchase. We stop things right there. We tell them we're not selling firearms. So, and I feel like most gun shops do that because the environment that it's in, we don't want any more trouble than what we're getting. We're getting all kinds of trouble from gun activists and anti-gun people already. So we don't want to cause any more problems because we're not criminals. We're all out here. We just enjoy shooting sports. We enjoy firearms as a hobby and other type things. So now The other side of that coin is when you look at the stats, 80% of all denials are false denials. It's due to some error in the system, showing someone's name is close to someone else's name or whatever. There's all kinds of factors that can get you a fake denial, and honestly, 80% of them are incorrect. That is by the government stats. So it still seems a little bit premature to be sending law enforcement out to check on people that have had denials. Um, I don't know. We'll see what happens with it. To me, on the surface, yes, it sounds good, but at the same time, I could see some situations arriving that get escalated that didn't need to be escalated, especially if someone doesn't understand this and, cops show up at their house. Some people don't like that. Now, it doesn't bother me when the cops show up. Well, a little bit. I've had them show up here and be like, why are y'all here? Like, you always feel like you did something wrong, even though when you didn't. And, yeah, I don't know, it seems a little premature to me. We'll see how that works out. And on some good news, or some funny news, so up in New York, they're doing a gun buyback program, and of course now any gun part is considered a gun. Correct? That's what they're trying to say with all this frames and receivers and laws and everything they've put into place recently. And so this guy up in New York, young guy, he had a smart idea. He had a $200 3D printer, and he printed out 110 blank receivers and turned them in and netted $21,000 for his efforts. And I just think it's hilarious because then he went on a news channel anonymously, just giving one name, and was trolling them, talking about how useless their gun back buy program was and how he just made $21,000 off of it, and that no good people are turning in or no bad people are turning in firearms. It's just good people turning in antique guns and stuff that they've inherited and things like that. Guns that are not likely to ever be in a crime, or not even in the hands of criminals. So just a little light note there. Just funny that they're actually getting trolled back on their useless policies. But and then another item I heard the other day, which happened locally, and you haven't heard about it anywhere on the news. One of our customers, his mother, ended up having to shoot someone in just over here in Aurora, Kentucky at 4:30 Sunday morning because there were criminals breaking in her house. And they've got video and audio evidence of her telling the man at 4 in the morning on Sunday that if you step inside my house, I'm going to shoot you. And he had the bright idea to go ahead and step 1 foot inside her house, and she put 5 hydro shocks in his chest, and he's no longer breathing. And they also caught his 3 buddies sneaking around that neighborhood trying to break into other houses at night. So this is what you get when you let criminals out of jail, when you're not holding these people on bond. You're forcing good people to do bad things. This woman's 76 years old. She went her entire life without killing someone, and now she's had to do it. And I put that on every single judge out there that has let these criminals out of jail. They're doing it here in Christian County. I'm sure they're doing it over there in that county over there in Aurora. What is that, Logan County? I'm not real sure. It might be Warren. But this is what happens when the rule of law is not used, and they're letting these criminals out on bail, or sometimes no bail, just letting them out. This is just one of many instances. It's very unfortunate that this woman had to kill this man, but it's very fortunate that her son, one of my customers, had got her a handgun and loaded it up and showed her how to use it. And apparently she's pretty good, because she hit her mark 5 times and there was only 5 rounds in the gun. So it's unfortunate for her that it had to happen, but good for her for protecting her home. I bet her 3 buddies will think twice about trying to break in that house again. And about every criminal that hears about that is going to start to realize and understand that this is what's going to happen. You keep letting these people out, encroaching up on good people, and good people are going to handle it. And that's just the way it goes. So, but this video's run a little long. I appreciate y'all coming out. As always, we're sponsored by gloryguns.com, our new website. Please go check that out. We're giving away a free Glock. Gen 19. As soon as we get 1,000 people signed up on the website, we're about halfway there. Honestly, with all our shadow banning on social media and whatnot, it's been very difficult to get the message out there, but we're getting there. You people are signing up. You're starting to buy things. And hit us up. We've got about everything available in the country. There's a few things that aren't on there that we can locate. So if you're not seeing it on there, let us know. We've got a few other suppliers we can get to. We've got some things that we can find. But we appreciate all the support. All y'all going on fall break this week. Y'all be careful wherever you're going. If you're going to Florida, you go in the mountains, wherever you're going this weekend or next week, y'all be careful on the road. Stay safe and enjoy your trip. And we will see y'all when you get back. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.